Hello, Just Jax here and welcome to my channel. Today we might go for like a 2-for-1 because I've only got 2 of these. Zuru Mini Brands Create Garden. I have seen these but I wasn't too sure about them because they didn't look all that impressive compared to some of the other options. But then I saw these, they were 2 for £9, like they came in a 2-pack. So a little bit over what I'd normally go for. I try to keep it around the £4 mark, so it's only like a fraction over. But yeah, I thought, well, go on then, let's give them a go. And since there's only 2 of them, we might do them both together. We'll see. So let's crack one open, see what we have the potential of getting, and see if they're worth getting more of. So let's find out. So what we got here to begin with? Magic UV glue. Well, this is a resin-based one because I weren't too sure based on what they look like as to whether there'd be any resin involved or not. So before we open anything, what do we have on offer? Okay, so there's a load of commons and ultra rare. So we'll look at the commons first. So we have, well, it doesn't tell you what we have, it just shows you. Some of these I know, like that's a bunch of cactus, that's a succulent. I think they're meant to be snowdrops or something similar. A little terrarium, I think. Not too sure, but there's a butterfly involved. I think that's aloe vera. Possibly sunflowers. Another succulent. Orchid, because of the way it's all leafy down the bottom, droops up the top. Another succulent. A succulent / cactus collection. A cactus. An orchid, and a bonsai. So with the ultra rare, we have what looks like a bit of an ode to Beauty and the Beast. We have a rose that's wilting. Potentially more roses or peonies. And I'd say more roses. Now they're scented. So 15 common and 3 rare. Instructions. Well, I guess that's given away as to what we've actually got in here. So, or has it? Surprise succulent. So do you get a surprise? Well, let's open it and find out. And if that is the case, when we open the second one, we won't look on the other side. So let's see what we got. Oh, we have catapulted. We have a vase. We have a watering can. And possibly something that you stick the flowers in. That's probably got to go in there. I'll try not to catapult everything on this next one. Oh, it's a good thing I didn't catapult it. So they're quite pretty. They kind of look a bit like clematis. I don't think they are because that's a climber. Oh, there's lots. Oh, there's lots of bits in here. I'm glad I didn't catapult this one. I don't think I'd find it all. Lots and lots of flower heads. Make sure we've got everything out there. So lots of grassy bits. Is that meant to go in there? I think it is. I guess we'll find out in a second. A lovely blue butterfly. It's really pretty. And lots and lots and lots of flower heads. So let's slide that over there for a second. And what's this then? Okay, so you do get a surprise succulent. So a little pot a little bit of dirt, and some little succulents. Okay, well, let's have a look. So we have everything there. 30 flower heads. Wow. Okay, so we are making quite the bouquet here then. And the watering can is just... Oh, there's a butterfly clip. The watering can is just for show. You don't need to use that. Which is a shame. I think they missed a trick. If they did it so the resin poured out of the watering can, that'd be pretty cool. And we have this little succulent here. So we can put him together because he doesn't need any resin. It's just all popping bits together. There we go. Our little pot of succulents. Quick and easy. We'll pop that up there actually for the moment. For flower, or flowers, let's put all the shoots of grass out the way for a second. Well, not shoots of grass, the leaves. So we've just got 5 of those, and I guess we'll find out if we've got 30 flower heads as we go in. And the little butterfly clip and the butterfly. So it's just push all the flowers on the stems and then push the stems in the grass. I want to keep calling it grass because it just looks like grass to me. Push the stems in the leaves. Once you've done them all, push them all in this little thing. Then push it in the vase and then pour in the resin and clip on your butterfly. And it says 5 to 10 minutes for the resin in the sun, so we'll see. Right, let's start putting the flowers on. I want to hope that I don't break anything as I'm going. There was 30 flower heads there. So now just push these in here. Well, they don't go down very far. Times 5. Now attach them all to this. Okay. Pop that in there. Okay. Move our watering can out the way right now. Now I am going to just drop this in some hot water because that will not pour otherwise, and we'll attach the butterfly in a moment. So whilst that's warming up in hot water, we may as well open the second one. Well, let's see what number 2 has. A smaller thing of resin. So I'm going to pop that in the water as well, but at least it'll be easy to know which one's going to be which, because one's completely tiny compared to the other one. We won't open that because that'll give away what we've got. Oh, this is the succulent, and well, it's a surprise succulent, but we've been surprised with the exact same one. Well, we have a smaller thing of resin, and only 1 packet to open. So we know that's going to be different, even if the succulent is a dupe. It is different. This looks like it might be orchid. This is an orchid. Oh, you get a little trowel. Well, we can open this now. Well, no rares and a dupe succulent. So there's meant to be a ladybird. Oh, there it is. Oh, the ladybird's kind of cute. All it says the resin is for is to attach the ladybird. The rest is just pushed together. This one's somewhat less inspiring. Well, when I did get in the Miniverse ones, I got an orchid in one of those, and that wasn't wholly inspiring either. So let's just see. So I guess you don't use all of these. Oh, okay, you don't stick it on the bubbly bits. Fair enough. Well, this one's going to be over with really quickly. It's not that it's not pretty, it's just not wholly inspiring. That was over in a flash. Let's move that one out of the way for a second. Move that all over there, and let's get some gloves on and see if our resin is done for this one. In fact, we won't get the butterfly out just yet because we've got to let it cure. Let's see. And we've just got to pour it in there. I mean, it feels really warm, so I'm hoping it's nice and fluid. Oh, this is going to be one of those where it's going to tear off, isn't it? This one's going to be a naughty one. So I'm going to cut it. Okay. In we go. Oh, it is nice and fluid at least. Well, it's not going up as far as it suggests. I'd say at the moment it's gone up about 2/3. And my bottle is farting. I'll just hold it upside down for just a tiny bit longer, see if we can get out everything that's in there. Well, it's a nice sunny day, so I'm going to pop this outside. In fact, before I do that, we may as well get the ladybird put on here. I like the ladybird, I'm just not impressed with the orchids. Got to be honest, we all... and we're not going to be using all of this resin, so I guess if I wanted to fill the vase up a little bit more, I could use what's in here. Because we're definitely not using all of this. We're going to be using perhaps like, oh no, a measurement that I couldn't even put a figure to. I might cut this one open as well, because this one's also not wanting to come away. So far it's got a few points deducted. Let's pick this big one here. So we're going to want the tiniest dot. Like that. That is all we're going to need. I'll put our ladybug on there. In fact, even the ladybird is going to turn its back on this. I think I might need to put tweezers on because this... Oh, there we go, we got it. Right. I will put both of those in the sun. We'll come back, I'll tell you how long it took. I might break my own rules here and put some of this in there. Well, it hasn't filled up too bad. It's perhaps like 3/4 full now. So all right, we'll roll with it how it is. So I'm going to put these outside to cure. We'll come back. I'll tell you how long it took. Then we'll add the butterfly, have a look, compare it to the pictures, and tell you what I think. Well, it's a really hot day. It only took 30 minutes in the sun, and it's completely cured. I did have a flower head fall off already, so I had to push that back on. Let's put our butterfly on this one. And since we've got one already bent down, we may as well put it on that one. Well, that's the first one that we got, with a watering can and a red succulent. That's the second one that we got. This one did just take 10 minutes, but there was nothing to really... I mean, it has stuck, but there was nothing really there to cure. And we also got a red succulent with that one. In the slight... And yes, I recounted these. Since you get a bonus, a surprise succulent, there's only 12 including the rares to get. The succulents come with one of them. So just in case we do decide to go further with this, we'll go with our traditional. We'll tick them when we've got them, and we'll put a little notch when we have a dupe. So we already have a dupe, but I think we will, if we were to continue with this, we'd be overrun with succulents. We have this bunch of flowers here, and we have Where are you? And we have this orchid here. So let's compare. So that's the bunch of flowers. That's how it's meant to look. This is how ours looks. I mean, to be fair, it's not far off, but you can't really go wrong when you're sort of working with Lego pieces. And with the orchid, this is how theirs looks. This is how ours looks. So again, can't really go wrong. I think they've tried to make theirs look a little picturesque. I mean, if I was to turn these around, I guess we're sort of there. Well, what do I think? £4? No, not at all. I mean, some look, like with a lot of these, some look better than others. I'd be curious by the scented ones, do they actually smell? With some of these, I think you're going to get more to do than others. Like the terrarium looks like there might be more to that. Most of these are just going to be pushing bits together. The bonsai looks like there's going to be the least amount to do, ignoring the succulents because they are literally 3 pieces pretty much. A succulent, a bit of soil and a pot. So yeah, I'm not wholly impressed with these. Wholesale price, you know, and you don't find them on sale anywhere, they're like £10 each. Then no way, no way whatsoever. That is not £10 worth of goods on either end of the scale. That is not £10 worth of value, entertainment, call it what you like. £4, well, £4.50 in this case. Again, it has to be a no. These were not impressive. They look pretty. They look pretty. You get a little bit of gardening furniture, gardening accessories. To be fair with this one, you did use up all the resin. This one, you got a smaller amount of resin, but they could have done one like half the size of that, and you can't reseal it when it's done. So that's going to have to be used somewhere. I mean, I will get creative and I'll reseal it with a bit of cling film, but that's kind of a waste. There are cute elements to it. I mean, the cutest thing about the orchid was the ladybird. The cutest thing about this bouquet of flowers, which I'll be honest, I'm quite good with naming flowers, but I couldn't really tell you what these are. So if anyone does know, and they don't tell you there, which is unfortunately a missed element to it. Like with the MasterChef ones that I tried, they obviously told you what the dessert was, what the main was, what you were making. I like to be positive in these, but this is such a disappointment, I've got to be honest. £2 max. Because it is like Lego, it's just pushing bits together. If people want me to do more of these, if any of you out there want me to continue with the gardening range from the Zuru mini brands Create, I will shop around and get more in. These were so disappointing that I don't know if I want to put myself through that again. But I would for you lot out there if you wanted to see more. So let me know in the comments if you want to see more. And let me know in the comments what you think. Anyone out there who has tried these, were you as disappointed as I am right now? Or am I just being overly harsh on them? Well, thank you so much for stopping by and checking me and my channel out. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope if you haven't bought these and you were thinking about them, this might have saved you some money, because it's not £10. It is not £10. No matter what anyone says, this is not £10. It really, really isn't. Like if you like what you see, comment if you got something to say, and subscribe if you really like what you see and you want to see more and know when it's coming. Thank you all again so much. Take care and see you in the next one.